Good morning. Today we're going to get ready together. I'm wearing this flip-flop scrub top here in Florida. It's still really hot and I'm feeling summery, so I figured let's wear this flip-flop top while we still can. I'm going to highlight just one little product every day that I use besides makeup. I love this color for my nails. This is ILNP and the shade is Bluebell. So it's duochrome with holographic sparkles and I just love this. To get us started, let's use a lip balm. This lip balm is from Sigma. As you can see, it has no tint. That just moisturizes our lips while we're doing the rest of our makeup. Next, I'm going to use the Pat McGrath eyeshadow primer. This is a very thin, clear texture. At first, I didn't think I liked it, but the longer I use it, the more I realize that for mature skin, this is really good for aging eyelids. Next, we're going to go in with Natasha Denona. This is my under eye corrector, and I really need a lot of this today. So we'll blend that out. I'm going to use my Anissa concealer brush, and I'm just concentrating this right here where the discoloration is. That's really the only place I want it. I have discoloration up here. A lot of us do. In my humble opinion, out of all of the concealers and under eye correctors that I've tried, this one is the best for mature eyelids. I don't understand how she did this because it's rich and creamy, good coverage, yet it does not look cakey. It does not seem to settle into my under eye wrinkles as much as some other concealers do. So we'll let that set for a second. We're going to go in next with my Cali Ray makeup primer. This is a pore smoothing, mattifying primer. It smells citrusy. Not everybody appreciates that. It has, to me, a really strong orangey smell. So I only apply this here in the center of my face where I would want some mattifying done. And this is one of my very favorite primers in my collection. Next, I'm going to go in with my Natasha Denona under eye corrector. Right now, I don't have any other spots on my face that need correcting. I had a large pimple here, but I think we can cover that with our foundation. So I find that this duo does a good job. With any concealer, it's important that you don't put too much on. A lot of young people can get away with putting a lot on, but as you get older, more is less. Okay, so that looks a lot better. My under eyes look a little bit more awake. So for foundation today, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier foundation. This came out, what, a year ago? And this is too dark for me. This is the shade Toffee. Usually in the summertime, I am darker, but I've been inside more this summer. So I just use one pump all over my face. I only really need light coverage. I am going to use my other Anissa brush, if I can find it. Nope, that's not it. There it is, my Anissa foundation brush. This is so pretty and it's heavy, it's luxurious, and I think that it blends my foundations really well. This is one of the 2 foundation brushes that I use, and I'll be switching back and forth in my videos between those 2 brushes. I really only started my makeup journey about 3 years ago, so I'm kind of new to makeup. When I first started watching YouTube videos 3 years ago and getting interested in more makeup options, I really only knew of CoverGirl, L'Oreal, Maybelline, Wet n Wild, LA Girl. I had never heard of Natasha Denona or Laura Mercier, Pat McGrath, any of those brands. So I'm relatively new, but I am a collector. So I have carefully curated a collection, and everything that I have works well for me. If it doesn't work well, I either return it or give it away. I already have my eyebrows done, by the way. So I hope you can see how well that perfected my complexion. I'm getting ready for work, obviously. What are you guys up to today? Anybody else from Florida here? Where are you guys from? All right, foundation is blended in. So we're going to go in with cream bronzer next, and this is my Westman Atelier bronzer in the shade Biscuit. Very well-known product. And I go kind of right here on the cheekbone. Sorry, I have to remember not to cover my face. So I don't go right in the hollows of my cheeks with my bronzers. I've learned that going a little higher up, in my opinion, lifts my cheeks. This is a Zoeva brush. It's very firm. I got it as part of a big set when I was just first collecting brushes. It's affordable, and most of their brushes have worked really well for me. Before I really heard of other brands like BK, Refer, Anissa, those are my 3 favorites. This was my first brush set that I got. This is how I contour my nose. I just put a little on each side of my nose that's left over. Gives me just a little bit of a subtle contour, and you can see how easily this Westman Atelier blends in. And for our cream blush, I'm going to use NARS Dolce Vita. This is what it looks like. It's not as vibrant because I've been using it on top of foundation, so it looks a little duller, but as you can see, it's a nice vibrant pink. And I'm going to use that same brush that I used for my bronzer, and I went a little bit higher up on my cheekbone with that. And I always just very lightly blend up here. Even though it's pink, my skin is naturally cool, so when I am tanned, I turn a little bit pink. So I'm going to go over my nose with the blush. And next I'm going to take that same concealer brush, the Anissa brush, and I'm going to start very gently working on any concealer that has settled in, because next we're going to powder. And once you powder this down, all of those little creases will actually be more visible. So that's what I do. So I'm going to use the House Labs. This is a, what do you call it, loose powder. And I'm going to use another Zoeva brush for my eyes. I'm going to pat this in. It has one of those mesh guards on it. And then I'm going to tap under my eyes with this. Sometimes when I want a really, really matte look, I will use my Beauty Blender puff. Today I just want really light coverage. That kind of sets my under eyes. I'll take some here around my nose, in the middle of my forehead, on my chin. I have used the Anastasia clear brow gel and then the Benefit pencil and tinted brow gel. To powder the rest of my face, I'm going to use LYS. What shade is this? I can't see without my glasses, but I believe this is translucent. So I'm going to use a large BK Beauty brush. What does that say? 103 to powder the rest of my face. And when I have a foundation that's a little too dark, I use either a translucent or a little bit lighter powder to correct that. Ideally, I would love to get my correct shade, but I'm not going to until I finish these. All right, so now I'm all powdered down. We're going to go in with a powder bronzer next. I'm going to use the Jones Road bronzer. And I can't tell, this is the lightest shade of it. It's got a pinkish tone, which looks really good with my complexion. I'm using that same brush because I want a very diffused look today. I don't want a super sculpted look with my bronzer. So this pinkish shade is not for everyone, but they do have other shades. So I'm using a really fluffy brush to disperse this. I just want a sun-kissed look. Also, what I'll do with my bronzer, I'll go in with a large Rephr brush. This is the 27. Take a little bronzer. I do this pretty much every time I do my makeup. And I use a little bit of that bronzer in the crease. And I believe that it adds cohesiveness to the look. So we've got just a little dimension on the eyes now. I've been really enjoying the Kosas blushes. These are the baked blushes. Mine is in the shade Thrill. And this is more pinky in person. And I'm going to use another Zoeva brush. This is an angled brush. And this doesn't have a mirror. Let me get my mirror. And I'm going to start here mostly in the middle of my cheek with this blush. Stamp it on first, really close to the middle of my cheek. Sweep it up, and then whatever I have left, just gently put into the temples. Just like that. Other side, again right here. I guess this would be called the apple of my cheek. Focus it right here. Move it up towards my temple a little bit, and then just barely tap a little bit here, and then I'm going to go over my nose with it. I'm going to need to do my eyebrows again. I tried to do them first today because it's so boring. I didn't want you guys to have to sit through it. So next I'm going to take that same Rephr 27 brush, go into this blush, and a little bit lower in the crease here, I'm going to add a little bit of this Kosas. Right here, a little bit lower. Now some days, all I will do now is add a shimmer or something like that, and I'll be out the door. Today we are going to do an eye look, so I will be a little fancier for you guys. We're going to do lips next. I'm going to use an Anastasia lip pencil. Hazelnut is the shade. I love these because they're a traditional pencil. So they're not as creamy. For a pencil, I believe they're very creamy. This is just a little bit darker than my skin tone. Sometimes with this scrub shirt, I go for a really vibrant pink lipstick. Today I'm feeling something softer, so I think I need a little more here. There. So I've been really enjoying the new Revi lipsticks. Ally Glines released 3 more shades. I have all 6 shades now because I liked them so much. This shade is Peony. Here it is. It's a pinky shade, but it's a neutral pink. And you can either do one swipe like this. And so you have some light coverage there, or you can build it up, which is what I'm going to do to really kind of bring out the pink in it. So it's a lipstick, but it is so creamy, it feels glossy. And my lips were very moisturized from the Sigma lip balm, so they just feel really, really good right now. For eyes today, I am going to use the Corta Rosa palette by Sigma. Sigma is one of my favorite brands. I think that they do color really well, but at the same time, I think that they also have a neutral factor to them. So I'm going to start out with this shade right here. Isn't that a beautiful palette? I didn't show that to you. Some of you who are really, really familiar with makeup you know this palette. So the shade I'm going to start with is Hybrid. And it's a pink shade, kind of similar to my brush. I'm using the Sigma brush that comes in the palette. I think that's really nice that they do that. So I'm adding this color into the crease. I don't want to get in your way here. I haven't filmed probably in over 4 months. I've had a lot going on, but this is just a hobby for me. It's a way really for me to stay in touch with my family. They're the ones that thought I would be really good at this, so I'm just having fun. It's just a hobby, nothing that I take seriously. Let's see here. I am going to use the same brush, and I'm going to go into this medium shade of pink right here. And I'm going to build up the outside right here like this, and then blend in a little bit lower. Really, really pretty pinky look today. Same thing over here, just blotting here on the outer corner of my eye, just to start deepening up that outer corner. That's the most flattering look for my particular eye shape. So now I am going to find a smaller brush. Let's go with a Refer 14. I'm going to go now into this really deep burgundy shade. And I'm going to place this on the outer corner to deepen up even more. And even though this is a pinky purpley shade, it's a little bit more on the neutral side. So I think it'll keep the look from looking kind of like pink eye. All right, let's do this side right here. I'm very fortunate that the office I work at, they are really good, you know, as far as makeup and stuff like that goes. A lot of people wouldn't be able to do a really dramatic look like this for everyday work. So if you just wanted to stop with the blush and the bronzer, you could do that. Next, I'm going to take a large brush. This is a brush that I use to blend things out. I don't have any additional product on here. I am just softening the lines of this shadow so that it blends more seamlessly. Just like that. Very nice. Under my eye, I am going to go with, believe it or not, this kind of orangey color. Add some neutrality to this look. Just poked myself in the eyeball. That's never fun. Okay. And to soften this out, I am going to take this color right here. And I'm going to go under that. To soften things up. All right, now blend, blend, blend. We're going to take this Sigma brush with the lightest shade. We're going back up here close to the eyebrow, and we're actually just going to kind of really blend everything out. A good eyeshadow will just let you blend forever. So see the difference now between these two looks? So a little bit of the lightest, start blending up here by the brow bone, and then just blend all over your eyelid. Okay, so what are we going to use for a shimmer, ladies? We have so many choices in this palette. Look at those beautiful shimmers. I think I'm going to use this one on the lid and this one over here on the inner corner. So let's find my inner corner. This is a Refer 13 Mini. Let's use this lightest color in the inner corner. A lot of times, because I am mature, you know, older, it's more flattering to put a matte in the inner corner. But sometimes that's not what matters. You're just in the mood for a little glitter there. So there's no hard, fast rules. If you like it, good for you. I'm going to use my finger to pick up my shimmer. That's pretty. And I'm going to start a little, I'm going to really 2/3 of the lid. I'm going to put the shimmer on. This is pretty, but it is dark, isn't it? Wow. That is a very dark, smoky look. So I want to lighten it up a little bit. I'm going to take the same highlighty shade and I'm going to pop it right here in the middle. See, just a spotlight right there, and really blend that out. It's a much sparklier shade as well. So now my look isn't quite so smoky. I'm not really happy with the contrast on the bottom, so I'm going to take my little brush. Where are you? This is my problem while I'm doing my makeup. My brushes get lost. Okay, let's take you. This is a Refer 13. Oh, it's my Refer 13. No, I don't want to use that one. That's the one I use for inner corners. Okay, let's go with the 14 mini, and I'm going to add a dark brown and mix it with the burgundy down here. I know that looks crazy, but it will come together. These are so pigmented. If you hear a noise, it's the garbage truck outside. Okay, so now we are going to use another blending brush and blend this out better. See the difference there? Okay, my eyebrows have just about disappeared. Now, eyeliner. I'm going to use this burgundy one from Rare Beauty in the upper waterline. This is one that you click up but can't click back down. Ouch, that was my funny bone. So right up here in the waterline, this makes your lashes look longer. I don't think I'm going to do my lower waterline. Now, I need to take stock of my situation. So, as far as brows go, let's go with a NYX brow pencil. We need to bring these brows back just a little bit because the eyeshadow is very glamorous, I guess is the right word. I really like this NYX eye pencil. The Benefit is really good too, but it's too warm of a shade, really. My eyebrows naturally are white, literally completely white. Do we have any ladies out there who are getting geared up for football season? My husband is a Georgia Bulldog and I'm a Florida Gator. What football team do you guys like? Before I put mascara on, I'm going to use my Cali Ray setting spray. I love this stuff. I use a lot of setting spray. I want my makeup to look totally cohesive. I just dropped my mascara. So I let it dry. I have a fan blowing on me. I let my makeup dry somewhat, and then I use a sponge And I especially blend under the eyes here. This is kind of the last chance you have to set them in for the day. I do a lot of smiling and laughing. So no matter what I use, by the end of the day, they're going to be kind of crinkly, but that's okay. I'd rather be alive and crinkly. So I am feeling a little bit pale, like I lost a little blush. Blush is usually the first thing to go on me. So sometimes, depending on the blush, I over blush just a little bit in the morning because I know I'm going to lose it in the afternoon. That looks better, doesn't it? Now, someone that has such light eyelashes, mascara makes a huge difference. I'm going to turn off my fan. And I'm going to use the Ilia mascara today. I think this one kind of has mixed reviews. This is the wand. And I start at the roots and then work out. I use the tip to kind of fan my lashes out here on the end. Gives it kind of more of a little bit of a cat eye look. So that's one coat. See the difference it makes in my whole face when I have one coat of mascara on. Now I'm sweating and having a hot flash because the fan is off. Menopause is just great, you guys. It really is. One more coat on the upper lashes just to add some volume. See how long it makes them look? I'm not using a lash serum right now, but I kind of want to go back to using it. There, that looks good. So this is my face of makeup today. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you the next time with some different products.